it's time to get a little dirty in a clean way. In a clean way, we're keeping it clean, PG. We're talking about something fun to do in Detroit that you may have wanted to try before. Our Chris Delkamp headed over to Sugar Hill Clay Studio in the D to see what they're making.
Uh-oh.
Sugar Hill Clay started out as an idea of how to bring art into the district. Again, we have MOCAD and we have Nanamdi. We wanted more arts. This is a craft place, so what we offered to do is set up a clay studio so that artists have a place, first of all, to get out of the basement, as well as a lot of people have taking a pottery class or a wheel throwing class on their bucket list.
People can have you call it a workshop, right? Mm-hmm. They can have a workshop with their colleagues, their family, who?
All sorts. So everything from the small children birthday party experience all the way up to special events, team building.
You can craft items freehand, but there's also the spinning wheel.
Everybody wants to try the wheel, but it's, as you'll learn soon, it's not as easy as it looks in the movies.
Oh, my love.
This was a first for me, so if you've never experimented with clay before, don't be scared to give it a try. First step at the wheel, get a ball of clay.
And slap it down in the center. Turn
Too
your
hard?
wheel. Oh, you can take your anger out anytime on the clay.
Keep your hands wet and keep a steady pace on the spin pedal.
I'm not sure why, it's peaceful to me. There's something about it that does it for me. I don't know who else, but I enjoy it.
It does. It is a meditative process.
So this is my finished product. It's gonna take a couple of days to dry, but after it dries, it's gonna look like this, and it goes into the kiln. After about a 20-hour process in the kiln, it comes out and is bisqueware and looks a little like this, and then it goes to be glazed. So the glaze is the part where you get to pick your color. I think I'm gonna go with blue, and all the glaze is essentially ground up sand with colorant added to it. Now after you add that glaze, it's gonna look something like that, and then it goes back into the kiln for about 24 hours and comes out with a beautiful glaze. One last thing I wanted to mention, you can't just walk in here off the street and start creating things out of clay. This is an artist workspace, so people are here actually creating as a profession. But once you sign up for one of those workshops, you can come in here and they can show you how to create something like a beer mug, or maybe you can even create something freehand like this little fairy thing for a fairy garden, something like that. Pretty much anything that you can think of.
Good stuff. Joining me now are Diane Van Buren and Regan West from Sugar Hill Clay. Thank you both so much for being here.
We're really delighted to be here.
We're so excited. And I'm excited that Lomas is going to try this out.
I know.
One thing we know is he's got big, strong football hands. So we wanted to have him come on in and get a quick lesson, have you guys teach him a little something. Can anyone do this?
Well, it normally takes longer than a 5-minute lesson.
Okay.
But yeah, we do believe that anyone can do this.
Okay, good.
Some people do it with their feet even.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so I'll let you guys take it away. What's happening
Okay,
next?
well, we need to turn the wheel on.
Okay. I think that
And
would help.
And then that's an accelerator pedal, just like your car accelerator.
All right.
So that gets the speed going.
You see how I be driving then. Let me slow it up. Let me slow it up over
Pretend you're me and just drive slow.
Got you.
There should be some water there.
Yeah. So there's really about 4 elements to throwing clay. One is to center the clay, and we've actually centered this for you pretty much. So what we're going to start to do is get your hands wet, and we're going to open the clay now. We're going to open it, then we're going to pull it up, and then we will actually form it, hopefully. So to center it, or I'm sorry, to open it, put both hands on the clay and put your thumbs. You should be able to feel the center of the clay with your thumbs. So keep the wheel turning at a constant speed. Yeah, that's a pretty good speed.
Is that a Tati speed right there?
That's a Tati speed. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm comfortable
And
with
I'll
that.
keep some water going on it. So just push straight down with your thumbs till you get about ½ inch from the bottom of the clay, from the bottom of the pot. Kind of feel it going?
Oh, I do feel it going.
It's going
yes,
good,
sir.
huh?
Yes, I do.
So keep pushing down, nice and steady, nice and steady. All right, until you feel like you're down there. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay.
And then with one of your fingers, your thumb could be, you can hold the side of the clay as you were.
Okay.
Squeeze it and pull that out. You can use both thumbs if you want.
okay.
You
And
can
pull
kind of
it
pull
out?
the clay out,
Okay.
and that's opening it. Nice and steady. Whoa, whoa, easy, easy.
See,
easy.
I got
Look at that.
I was moving. I was on
Holy cow, look at
75.
Yeah, get him
I was
to
on
That's
75
excellent. Okay,
then.
that's
Okay.
good.
Oh, he
Okay.
gave me an excellent off that.
That is
Okay.
excellent.
All right.
put those elbows on your
Okay,
knees.
so
a little.
now,
Okay.
so
Get
now
some
what we're going to
balance.
do is pull the clay.
Pull it?
So yeah, so we're going to pull it up, and what I want you to do is use your middle fingers, use 3 of your fingers on your right hand on the outside, your left hand on the inside. So you're not going to use your thumbs now. You're going to use here like
Got
this. Yep, and
Like
do
this.
it over here,
Okay.
and then slowly pull it up.
Oh, all right.
So he's kind of getting it, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that, Lomas, look at
Hey,
you.
all right now. Where's my theme music? Where's the
Yeah.
ghost theme music?
I know, right?
That's all I
Unchained
need.
melody going
This
here.
is impressive. So as you keep on doing this, well, first of all, I have to ask you, will we get this kind of attention when we come in? We wanted to learn how to do
Absolutely, we have classes that have 8 to 9 students
Okay.
per class.
Okay. That's
So we have to keep small classes
Excellent.
exactly for that reason.
Yeah, that
To
is not
have
bad at
lots
all,
of
let me tell
attention.
you.
And actually, Lomas skipped the hardest part, which was the centering part.
Oh, okay.
So that
you.
sometimes
Thank
takes.
you.
Takes a while.
So we let them skip that part.
Just natural ability.
just
Right,
naturally.
right, right. We
Lomas,
knew you
now,
had it.
if
We
you
knew
wanna-
you could do
If
it.
you wanted to form a bowl and just kind of put a lip on it, push harder on with your left hand and push
Okay.
out.
Push it.
You can get a little bit of a lip on it.
Oh,
Very good.
wow. Hey.
Always continue
Hey.
to work. Diane, remind everyone where you're
There
located.
you go.
We're
And that's
in what we
basically
call
a
the
bowl,
Sugar Hill
Lomas.
District in Midtown, and it's closest to John R. Garfield.
Okay, the further you go,
where the
I'm chipping.
medical center is
Yes,
on one
over
side,
there.
we're on the other side.
Good stuff. And what are your hours, really quickly?
Well, we have members who are there during the day. Our classes are in the evening. We have special events.
can
We have
clean that out if you
workshops.
want.
We
Just,
have
put the
fundraisers.
sponge in there and soak
Empty
the
Bowls
water
is
out.
coming in March.
Wonderful.
We have a lot of different programs. So
stuff.
you can see us on our Facebook page.
Awesome. Thank you
And our
guys so
webpage.
much for being here. We're going to let them continue to work.
Tati, I chipped my bowl.
Oh, it's all
Do we
right. We'll
wanna-
get it right.
That's all
Do we
right.
wanna-
I'll
Next
sneak